Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey, melanin dripping, sweet candy coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance with me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance with me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you run the world? I let me sit face to face. Know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. Hear your voice, angelic high, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. I come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see.
Hey, girl. So come wind back on me, I wanna see if we got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and you have my attention. And dance for me, baby. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off. You have my attention. And dance for me, baby, step out. Keep it moving, we're still moving. Cause we're still moving. Step out. Hey.
Anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, auntie's wives. You're all amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You have birthed the nations, a nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken, you have shown me light. You ignited all my passions, and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful, power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. So you are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Never thought I'd fallen in love again. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond, 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 beyond.
It's been a while now since love's been in this place. You see, many have tried, but no one could take your place, girl. Why you so beautiful? I see the future in your face, baby. Never in a million years I thought that you'd be mine, girl. That you'd be mine, girl. Never thought I would fall.
No, never.
keep going and growing, girl. The best thing is knowing, girl. Cause when we KISSING, all I can say is OMG. My love in my life, you make all things right, baby. I trust you, girl, with my life. I don't want nobody but you. I'ma put my ring on you. Never thought I'd no, never. Ooh, baby. Again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond. We will go so far. Beyond. Beyond. You'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. We ain't looking for a thing. Yeah, you'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. Never thought I. No, never. Ooh, baby. Been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. You hope, baby. I hope it lasts forever, girl. I hope it lasts forever, girl. Hey, 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 hey. We will go, baby. We will go, baby. Ooh, we will go, baby. We will go so far, baby. I hope it lasts forever, baby.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Show us. We're starting the show. Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil. I'm joined as always by my brother from another mother, Derek.
Hill.
Yes, sir. And we are here with another episode to talk the things and to get into it and see what trouble we could get up to. Not really. We really we really do talk the things. We really have discussion about things, hard or soft. Anyhow, my brother, how you doing? How's life treating you? What's going on?
Boy, today was a rough day. I was saying that, admittedly, today was a rough day physically. Yeah, mentally and good spirits, but physically it was a little rough. Got a little stiff neck going on, and I was playing some basketball yesterday, and he left foot was a little swollen, he right knee a little sore, so it's one of those days, you know.
Yeah.
And as you know, my former principal will tell you, gracefully surrender the things of
Release.
youth.
Yep.
Jennifer Hoyt, but gracefully surrender those things. So I may have to do that. You never know. But I hear, man. I took the time to go on the court. So I went to the court. Went to the gym too for a little bit, but that didn't go as planned. So I may have to revisit that tomorrow. And yeah, I went on the court, watched the man around a little bit, and decided let me finish the next monologue. So you put the time to good use. And I hear no, man. So talk to me, what's going on with you? How is everything in your world?
Everything is, I would say everything is mediocre right now because physically I am not feeling the best as well. I too was thinking about going to play basketball today, and yeah, my lower body has been giving me some problems of late. Knees, ankles, shins, back, everything below the navel hurting, boss. And
it's not necessarily a good thing, my brother.
Right, and then too, I've been getting, it seems like every day some bad news, losing another family member here and there.
Yeah.
And I remember a few weeks ago we were talking about today's Brett birthday.
Yes, big up my boy Brett. See, G syndicated the house early. Brett in here, Hugh in here. So shout out the man. Big up birthday, boy. Big guy Brett, man. Good guy.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I hear. I mean, all things considered, I am here. You know, these are some serious times. As you get older, you will start to lose loved ones. The older generation will start to fall. So,
yeah, they say you go to more funerals and weddings as you get older. So,
especially in these times,
you know, I'm gonna say, in the middle of weddings going on now. So, you know how that stop.
Yeah, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Senate podcast. Derek, we would have listened to some very beautiful singing, for some young fellas. You know, harmonizing very well. Right. Let us talk about them. Let's talk about G Syndicate. Of course, we just mentioned Brett. Happy birthday, Brett. Thank you very much for lending your talents to G Syndicate and to the world, and obviously for patronizing the Senate podcast. So Derek, let everybody know about who G Syndicate is.
Yeah, man, the best vocal band this side of the world, we like to say. Certainly the most versatile. And big up the guys, Kiomal, Vaden, Mark, Brett, Hugh. Big respects to them. You can find us at gsyndicate6.com. Gsyndicate6 on Instagram. You got to spell out 6. And Gsyndicate6 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're going to have some stuff coming for y'all very soon. So listen out, man. My video editor is on the case. And
so I hear.
Oh yeah, so you're here. And our engineer is on the case as well. I spoke to him minutes ago. So we looking good. We coming. He gave me some very positive feedback as well. So yeah, man, we sounding good.
Yeah, man. So ladies and gentlemen, as I just mentioned, you are watching the Senate podcast. You know, we come here every Tuesdays and Thursdays to talk the things, to let everybody know what's going on, how school is keeping, etc. So if you're obviously watching, but you know, consider subscribing at the end of the show. Definitely like or dislike to start. And share, comment. You guys are very good at commenting, but we want the shares because sharing helps build the community. Sharing helps the information to get out there. And as we started to say, man, if you think we're talking foolishness, if you think that we need to be stopped as narcissistic misogynists, as we've been called recently, if you think we need to be stopped, then don't let your voice go unheard. Share the content and let it know. Give us a dislike and share the content that people know what foolishness we're talking about.
Bring your girlfriends.
Yeah, bring the wagon and circle
the wagon and come forward.
Yeah, but thank you very much for all of you that support. Whether you are in agreement or disagreement with us, those of you that share our content, that like, dislike, comment, that challenge us, try to give pushback and everything like that. We want to thank everybody for their time and effort and, you know, just rocking with us because we talking things. So we don't expect everybody to universally like what we say. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we do this content, this live stream thing. We come every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Barbados time, and we come and talk the things. Now, before then, Derek usually goes on social media, particularly Facebook. You can give us a like and a follow on the Senate Podcast Facebook page. Derek usually goes on there and usually posts the topic for the next episode. One, to let everybody know what we're talking about, and two, so that it could drum up conversation and kind of get you primed and ready to, think about things. You get in the comment section there, or get your notes ready. Prepare to either come and, hear the talking points or to challenge the talking points you may have. This is no different. Derek obviously would have gone to great lengths to, as he mentioned in our little catch up there earlier. The man did it. He did his monologue and everything. That we already know. The title of this tonight is Man of Steel. Now you know how we feel about the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
This is.
I'm surprised they didn't see you in a shirt, man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Put on some weight. Can't fit me no more. I got some news coming in.
Let me represent you, man. Give me a sec. Let me represent you. Plug the short saying when they come about. Let me represent you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Set It podcast. As we just mentioned, Derek is going to go into the phone booth and do a change and get this. I don't even know where my Superman shirt is, to be honest. But Derek is going to go in his phone booth. He's going to go and he is going to get into character as he usually likes to do. He's been a pastor. He has been a carpenter. He has been a surgeon. And we are going to talk the thing. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Just like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We do content for you 5 days a week. Not only Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. We do these live streams, but we do send it shorts as well. That is a shorter form of the content. And it's, a bit lighter. It's a bit more dealing with some of the real back alleys and dirt and griminess that is out in the dating spectrum. So we do that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Boy, there he goes. I should go and look for mine, but I know it ain't gonna fit. It's not gonna be a pretty fit. So I will let you carry the show. And I surprised you didn't have on the glasses and then take it off.
I gotta do it the other way. I gotta do it the other way in order to read it, right? So
yeah. You know what? While you do your monologue, and see if I could find mine. I think I know where it is, but you know what? We gotta represent. If I had studied it, I would have thing. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Pastor Marshall, Father Marshall, the Right Reverend Derek Gordon Marshall. He is going to lead us in sermon tonight.
Yeah, man. Good night to everybody in the crank. The only reason I didn't really, I really is a more Batman, man. Big up my show. Don't Brett. Let me know what's going on, Brett. So I was expecting that you would have represented Superman tonight. So
that ain't no problem. Give me literally 1 minute. Hold on a second. You go ahead. Lead us in sermon.
All right, buddy. So yeah, folks. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Yeah, we know what we're talking about. The Man of Steel. Superman. Now, whenever we think of human, or rather male, more specifically, male perfection, we very often envisage someone who looks very much like Superman. Yeah, tall, handsome, barrel-chested, and broad-shouldered. Whenever we think of Superman, we also tend to think of Lois Lane, right? The two are inextricably linked, right? We are also reminded of the fact that Lois never really had any time or a real attraction for Clark Kent. But she swooned.
Sorry. Go ahead.
She swooned for Superman despite the physical similarities. And I'm going to use the word similarities because we know they're the same person. So she swooned for the Superman and not for Clark, even though they look kind of sort of the same. And those of you who are of an earlier vintage, I remember Lois and Lane, The Adventures of Superman, or something like the name.
Lois and Clark, The
Adventures of Superman. I think that was the name of the show with Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain. Mm-hmm. And they had the very infamous, the notorious episode where Primus, I think he comes back from future or something like that, and he literally goes like this: Clark Kent, Superman. Clark Kent, Superman. And poor Lois couldn't get it. And Primus could not believe that she was so oblivious. You know what I mean? At least Batman had the decency to wear cape and cowl. But we ain't gonna get into a Batman Superman debate here tonight, right? You know they would like that. But here we go. Right?
No, that's not near to the show.
That's not near to the show, right? But we also need to consider that Lois always seemed to be in some kind of self-inflicted trouble from which only Superman could save her, right? Now, Neil and I, we often joke on this channel and say that women today want supermen who are 6'5", broad-shouldered, barrel-chested, hard abs, making $250,000 a year, found the cure for cancer and AIDS with a 14-inch penis, and know how to work it like Mr. Marcus or Lexington Steele. But are even these supermen able to deal with strong, independent women?
Can they handle?
Can they handle them? Yeah. Very often in these social media streets, as Neil will tell you, we hear that men ain't shit. Maybe my Stephen Woods give me that one regular. Right? Shout out Steve. And it takes a real man. Let me pause for I left that one there for Neil. Yeah, it takes a real man to handle a strong, independent woman. But I think if we're going to have any discussion, if we're going to be having a discussion, it is necessary to have a definition of terms, right? It is necessary then to hear exactly what defines strong, independent women. Because, let us not forget, let us not forget that men should not speak about women and tell women what they are, should be, should do, none of them things, right? So we need to hear from the women. Neil, I am on the way to you with some paraphernalia. I was saying before and I forgot, so it is on the way to you. One is coming.
That's fine.
And another one are coming shortly. Because it is necessary to hear what women think, what the yardstick by which women measure strong, independent women. I think it's only right. So we got one video. Now we got two videos, right? We can take a watch of these. And you can come back, right? Just let me know when you're ready for me, Neil.
You know, when I got them in the house.
Yeah, because
there we go. We got one of them. Celebrate
right,
this one up militant. Anyhow, but let me this one up.
And that's an interesting word to use, militant.
Y'all
so let's hear what constitutes strong, independent woman.
Just let me get that on screen. Hold on one second. Here, get the video. Get this here. All right, so we got the first one here. So let me make sure. Oh, what is it? One quick second.
This is for the men who somehow think that they're the prize. Darling, I'm paying my own rent, my own car note, my own
Ladies
car
and gents, you are
insurance,
watching
my telephone bill. Okay? I'm looking good, smelling good, working
subscribe
out.
button as well.
For the men who
Share it with your friends. It's a discussion going on.
We get that back on.
This is
Ready?
for the men who
go
somehow think that they're the prize. Darling, I'm paying my own rent, my own car note, my own car insurance, my telephone bill. Okay? I'm looking good, smelling good, working out, eating healthy. Oh, buying my own clothes. Credit looking good. Somehow you think you're the prize and I should submit to you?
Good dear. We get the second one here on screen. I'm not this idiot, man, Derek, man. Come on, no. Enough is sufficient, man. Not this idiot. Let me get you on screen, cause this woman here is bothering me.
She should.
All right, so all right.
I don't know if men want a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? I feel like men get intimidated by a strong woman. Like, I feel like if a woman got her shit together, if a woman got a job, a woman got a career, if a woman don't take no bullshit, society would be like, well, what's wrong with you? You must be, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like men feel like women should be caring, loving, listen to what they saying.
So, women supposed to have feminine nature? Nurturing is what she's saying. She's saying that in a condescending way, like men expect women to be nurturing, to be feminine. 2022. She's a jackass anyhow. I don't what's she name? I can't remember what's she name. Derek. She name something Dukes, Daisy Dukes.
Danny Deuces. Danny Deuces.
No. He's a real moron.
Danny Deuces.
Does things to get viral and virally elastic. To be virally elastic. The first lady, as Aston is here saying, so you're an adult. I mean, when you're buying your own shit, taking care of your own shit, smelling good, taking care of yourself, doing things for yourself. That's all being an adult.
Well,
so if we all out here being adults,
we got one more. We got one more. We got one more. We got one more.
Oh no, cheese on bread. You got your superstars here, idiots. Oh, not this. Oh, this. Oh, cheese on, boy. You got the all-star clones here.
A true circus.
Ooh, this woman here, boy. This woman here, boy. Let me get her on screen here real quick. She is a trick and a half. All right, so she on screen.
The other day, somebody said I have a reputation for being difficult. And I said, yes, I am difficult. I'm difficult to fuck over. I'm difficult to lie to. I'm difficult to be misled. I'm difficult to bullshit. Yes, because I am attentive, I'm dedicated, I'm ethical, and I'm outspoken about when people are not those things, especially when they're not those things with me.
No, I want to say it right. What she said in a vacuum sounds empowering and it sounds like it made sense. Of course, we all want to be difficult when it comes to aberrant behavior and how people treat us poorly and stuff like that. But she's an idiot. If you don't know, I think her name is Amanda Seals or something like that. Seals. She's an idiot. She is a borderline narcissist. She believes that everything she says that comes out of her mouth is just gold and diamond and sweet smelling queefs. She's an idiot. She's an idiot. Anyhow.
So folks, we heard what the ladies had to say, right? They mentioned jobs, careers, paying bills, looking good, working out and eating healthy as a criteria for consideration to be a real woman, I suppose. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't want to say hate. I'm going to say hate because that's a phrase. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but but enjoy being the bearer of bad news sometimes.
I was just about to say, you don't hear it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, ladies, but those are normal things associated with adulting. Yeah? I don't know if you want people to throw a parade in celebration of things that normal functioning adults do, but those weren't the most disturbing things, right? Our lady Amanda Seal, she was the person who gave me pause. She proudly said that she was called difficult. Yeah, our friend Danny Ducey said that you got your job and you ain't taking the shit. You got asked how many times do we hear that in society? Like here in Barbados as well. Shoot, the Bayesian version of that is the boy can't tell me what to talk about, or the boy can't stop me from talking. Blah blah blah.
Can't stop me from airing mo. You know how many times you see a man get moat punch out for talking on the ass?
Yeah, but that doesn't extend to women, right?
Well,
many women like to let it be known that much like Homie the Clown, they don't play that, and they wear it. I know some of y'all didn't get that reference, right? Some of you get that reference. Much like Homie the Clown, Google it. They don't play that, and they wear that as a badge of honor. Unfortunately, though, this is the image most people get when they hear the term strong, independent woman. The term engenders difficult, aggressive, and combative. All traits that we would normally associate with men, we don't really have. Sometimes we don't have a problem with that in men, right? And that leads me to the question: why would anyone, man or woman, want to deal with or try to handle someone who consistently displays the aforementioned qualities? And for those of you who may have forgotten what qualities I listed, just let me list them again. Difficult, aggressive, combative. Let us be real. Let me be the bearer of bad news again. Nobody is intimidated by the strong, independent woman. Indifferent to, yes, but certainly not intimidated by. Nobody wants to deal with someone with combativeness, aggression, and a bad attitude masquerading as strength and independence. But I want to say this, and I want all of you listening, everybody under the sound of my voice, as I say, whether you're listening right now live or you're going to listen tonight or tomorrow or whenever, I want everybody to pay attention, because this may be the most profound thing I ever see on this channel. Okay? I put it to you guys tonight that women do not want to solve any of the problems that currently exist between men and women.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
It is easier to say men ain't shit and cover all men under that umbrella. Why? You see, if women ever acknowledge that good men actually exist, it means that they would have to do some introspection and critically assess their part in the erosion of the dynamic between men and women today. Men ain't shit places all the fault, all the culpability at the feet of men, and absolves women of all responsibility and culpability. So here we go, right? Ladies, I don't really talk to you too often, because you know a lot of times you don't really want to hear what you're going to say. Yeah?
I want to hear two narcissists. I want to hear two.
He's narcissist and misogynist. You don't really want to hear me. You know, they say things rough and with a smile on my face. But I can talk to one now, right? You know, it's telling you they don't water dead plants, but I can try you this one time. One time. Right? Tell you already, Neil. Again, the KKK meetings trying to convince the boy like me. I'm doing it. Right? But ladies, I can give you some life advice, even if it ain't man advice. Right? If you find it difficult to start and then keep your romantic relationships out to the morgue, you may need to look in the closest mirror you can find. Nobody ain't intimidated. Nobody ain't afraid. You are being passed over. You are not being selected. Let me give myself the air horn for that. And a bumper clock. You are being passed over. Yeah? You are the last person selected by the captain who got his captain second pick. You are James Harden at this year's All-Star game.
For those of you that don't know, getting picked last, it's not a good thing, you know. When you are picked last, remember when I had cricket, handball, all sorts of team sports, you get picked last. Essentially, they're saying you are no good.
But this is what it really means, right? When you are picked last, you know what it means, Neil? The rules stipulate I need 5 or I need 11. So you here.
Yeah, I can't play with 10. I can't play with 4.
I can't play 4, so yeah. Now don't get me wrong. You may find someone to come and, you know, beat the brakes off you late at night and roll out. But in terms of showing any interest in you past, you know, sex, any long-term interest at least. Well, that's a different story. And there's a difference between relationships and sexual attention, right? But too often, women will tell you, hey, somebody can hit it, and them cool with that. And they mistake that for relationship interest, right? So ladies, if you find that when you're looking both for the night, you all alone by her alone herself. Nobody ain't find that you're difficult. And the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Nobody ain't trying to come and deal with that. Nobody don't want to deal with combative people. That's just reality. Ladies, if you find your interpersonal relationships are struggling too, let me touch on this a little bit. It may be wise to do some serious introspection. Why do I say that? In my many conversations with women, since we started this channel, I find that I converse with women more and more. I found that it's very difficult for them because they don't like to debate with these topics that we bring. And to be honest, I really enjoy the back and forth sometimes if I got nothing going on. One, and two, not after these shows. After these shows, I kind of tend to want to joke, but so engage me Wednesday morning, Friday morning, afternoon time. But Tuesday night, Thursday night, at 11 o'clock, you want to debate, ain't gonna happen, right? But I don't take you on any other time of the day, right? Any other time of the week. But in debating these topics, when we drop the shorts and stuff like that, I found that it is very difficult for women to be direct when it comes to other women. And don't get me wrong though, they have no problem whatsoever keeping men in check. None. They tell you real fast what them doing like, what you doing wrong. They tell you real quick. But when it comes to keeping the girlfriends in check, you know that sister code is kicking and they can't do it, right?
Can't do it. Can't do it. Not
after all,
hardly even privately.
Exactly. After all, you know, men ain't got no feelings, so you can tell me anything and we just keep it trucking, right? But because women know how other women behave, especially these combative ones, these strong, independent women, they will choose to either be silent or as delicate as possible and handle them with kid gloves if there's bad news to be delivered, right? Now, I know some of the women are bong said, "Nah, true. I talk straight."
All women just keep it a buck.
I keep it a buck. I keep it 100.
I just tell a woman when she doing foolishness.
So what you gonna say? Let me get my mouth for one of gloves. We know going out there, right, Neil? Not the cap. No. We all know women will see the aberrant behaviors, and instead of saying something to their sister in real time, circle the wagons and defend. Come to the sister's defense. We see it all the time. Yeah, we see it on Facebook, Instagram, all the different social media platforms. So they can circle the wagons. But you know what will also happen to you? They will message each other privately. So, look at how she getting on. Look at how she getting on, so she behaving so. The hurtful part about that is watching these ladies wallow in their unawareness on social media. One post it is, men ain't shit. Be strong and independent. No, take on these men. These men in the uses. Them in the news.
In the news.
You see? But the next post, you're looking for somebody to hold you and love you.
You went
somebody
up on a date in a while.
You don't know where last you went out. Your night's cold. You got fancy lingerie. And you don't know who to wait. You don't got nobody to wait for.
Lingerie dry rotting.
Lingerie dry rotting. Yeah? That to me, ladies, is the very definition of sadly hilarious. So ladies, this is my advice to you. Check yourself. Don't wait for your girlfriends to be honest. Because that ain't happening. Look at your relationships with the men in your life. Look at your relationships with them. If you realize that parties going on, the boy inviting you, the reason You realize I got the limes going on, and what you find out with limes when you see the pictures on IG. Reason. Check yourself. Your girlfriends ain't gonna be honest with you. I can be honest with you. Right? Like that when I do my kind of dipsy doodle. Like tell me the truth, but Tuesday and Thursday. Right? So last piece, right? Gentlemen, but I ain't really addressing anyone tonight, but you can address the women too. Men will always seek peace in relationships with women. Always. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, like coming home at the end of a long day, a long, tiring day, to a meal prepared by your woman. Hopefully she in one of your shirts and not much else. Then resting your head in her lap and talking or just sitting in silence until you drift off. Shoot, if some loving in the equation, we don't mind. I mean, don't fool your foot. We certainly don't mind that. But the peace, that peace, the P-E-A-C-E, that peace is paramount. That peace is critical. Quarreling and contention, dying it. Combativeness, dying it. So ladies, if you find yourself
all alone by her lonesome self,
it's not that men can't handle you. Yeah, it's not that they aren't real men. It's not that men ain't shit. It's just peace of mind. It's priceless.
So ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Senate podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything coming on the pipeline. We do this content for you 5 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We are here with these live streams to talk the things, the difficult conversations. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have the more lighthearted Senate shorts, which are shortened bits of content of the Senate podcast. Now, I'm excited every Tuesday and Thursday to come and talk these things with you, my brother. As a matter of fact, anything to do with the Senate podcast, anything to do with the Senate, I thoroughly enjoy. I will not lie to you. We often joke and say anytime we make $1 from doing this, we rob it. Yeah, banditry. Exactly. We steal it, right? But I really do enjoy coming here. And I had a little break.
I think we got Ross trying to join in. So I don't know if you could organize that as you speak.
All right. Give me one second here. Hold on a second. Yeah, all right. What I would do is I would add Ross in a minute. Just let me again, because we always like to hear Ross' perspective and everything but sure. Ross, just give us a few minutes. I just want to get this point out here. Right? What I would say here is this, right? I had a little more, I had a brighter glint in my eye this evening because I really do like this talk of strong, independent women. And I love the fact that a lot of women feel that they intimidate men. Now, one thing I would say about what you said in your monologue there, I do disagree with the fact that men, not all men, some men are intimidated by strong, independent women. I'm not going to get in if they think it is intimidation or if they just find the person adversarial. I'm not going to get into that. I've known of women saying that they've been told by men that they are intimidating to them, right? For a myriad of reasons. They got their degrees, they got their life in order, they seem like straight shooters, etc., etc., etc. And that's funny to me because I always say that if a man is intimidated or anybody is intimidated by the way you speak or the way you're educated or the way you think or the way your job or whatever like that, if they're intimidated by you, the problem ain't you, the problem is them. But don't let us get into drawing that parallel to strong, independent women because they're two different things. Here's what I mean. Me personally, Derek, as you know, well, I know that you know this because we are both cut from the same cloth. I am not intimidated by a soul. I'm intimidated by no woman. I'm intimidated by no man. Why? Because it comes a point when you realize I have been taught that It doesn't matter if you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or if you're a janitor. I should be able to walk amongst you and have a conversation with you. That's how I was taught. Treat everybody pretty much on the same even keel initially, right?
Same respect.
Same respect, right? So if you come to me and you come with contention, you come with adversarial behavior, you come with just misery under the guise of being strong and independent, you keep it a butt, you thought you might, nobody ain't got no cover. You are not intimidating, my dear. You simply do not know time and place. I have no place for a person that does not know time and place, because I surround myself with people that know time and place, right? To me, the woman I date, the woman I get together with must be a mirror image of me, must be my female representative, just as I am her male representative. Just as if she goes out and she's told that she's Mrs. Hoyt, I ain't gonna come back to me and say she's on brand new really married that woman, boy. She eat yo the whole son home, or she out there cussing like a pirate, boy. She the punch she head talk. That just as how she would not want to hear that Mr. Hoyt was out at a party slapping women from the behind or cursing and carrying on loudly,
Facts.
Lewdly propositioning women, right? Because we must be in sync and in harmony, right? So
Same team.
Right. So because you could say what you want, how you want, when you want, if you feel you want, if you feel that, the first lady said that if you feel surprised, she out here being a average adult, taking care of herself and her bills and her responsibility and smelling nice, being hygienic and all that there. No, I grant no. Yes, of course, there spoke about
it. 1 points for bidding.
1 points for smelling good. Sweetheart, I smell. Listen.
Smell good right now.
I smell good right through. Right? It's making a point to smell good. As I tell people, I don't know how I look in the face. I might not be the smartest, but I know I smell damn good. So I don't know what points you want there, sweetheart.
What is this a thing?
Right? So what I would say is this, right? You think it is a badge of honor. You think it is empowering for you to be contentious, that you don't take no about it. You don't take no guff. You put on a pseudo-masculine energy because that's what you believe the world wants, and that's how you feel you need to survive in this world, by putting away your femininity, by putting away your nurturing behavior, and to be a man. So by being a man, you equate that to being strong and independent. See, men are strong and independent. Men are strong and men are independent. Men are the silent, quiet type. Men are not governed by emotions like women. Men are independent, meaning that
dependent, man.
Fair. But generally speaking, men are not governed by emotions. Men are independent in that they don't necessarily need. Sometimes we don't even need a plan. We just go and do our own thing. We forge our own path, right? So when I find it funny when women come with I'm a strong, independent woman. No, you are a woman masquerading as a strong, independent man. That's what you're doing. You paying your bills. You paying your bills. You got your education. You are well spoken. You are well read. Yeah, you smell good. You're paying bills on time. You're taking care of your children. You're doing things that adults supposed to be doing. So what you bringing to the table? You see, you can't do them in dirt no more, And men, I want y'all to take note. When you ask women what they bring to the table and they come and say, well, I got my own job and I got my education and I got my own car and I pay my own bills. All right. Other than the things you're supposed to be doing as an adult, what do you bring to the table? Because you see, they ask us what we bring to the table. And when we say things like, I got my own job and I got money and things, sweetheart, if that's what catching you, I don't know what to tell you. Both Derek and myself have cars. Both Derek and I, we are not necessarily rich men, but we do have our jobs. We do make money, however we do it. You know what I mean? We do have responsibilities and bills and stuff like that we take care of. We both have children that we take care of, but we don't ring the bell and sound it every time we come here. We don't come on here and say, boy, Derek, boy, I smell good tonight. We don't come and say, today I paid my bills today in full. I really am a catch of a man. No, you see, it don't work like that. It is amusing to me that men don't value themselves on these things, why are women valuing themselves on these things? Women either value themselves on their body and their looks, or they're valuing themselves on their ability to earn financially and to be responsible. Did we come to that your standing out qualities is that you could pay a bill? That the reason why you look at me as a man that you are willing to hitch your wagon to is because they could pay a bill? That's it? Well, how many people walking about could pay bills? How many people walking about smell good? How many people about the place well gainfully employed and got cars and paying bills and, you know, got their own house and stuff like that? How many people walking about really got these things but got poor characters? You know what I mean? There are terrible people, terrible human beings. So, ladies, I understand. It sounds sweet. It sounds empowering. It sounds like you in the 60s and you fighting for women's rights. And it sounds like you on the front line with all of the pioneers of feminism. I'm a strong, independent woman.
My life, I had to fight.
Right? I had to fight. Right? It sounds good. It sounds like the music crescendoing, as you say. But all we see when you said, shoot, my woman had on a Green Panther beret in the first video. That's why you said she's not militant. The woman had on a Black Panther beret. So she's a revolutionary. She's a revolutionary, say she's paying she bills and she smell good. Sweetheart, that's the basic entry of being a human being, an adult. So I get it. It sounds good. You're speaking up yourself. You're trumping up yourself. And as Derek said, by saying many shit or by making it seem like the basic things that you do as an adult are superhuman things and are things that you believe make you the prize, it absolves yourself of your reason of your culpability in why you are not with someone and why men don't choose you. You see, you can get men. Because let's be honest, in both men and women, there are the subsection of these genders where we got bottom feeders. So a man is gonna come and pick you up. A man is gonna come and beat the brakes off of you. Well, what quality of man is this? What quality of man is this? You look at, and again, we say all the time, not saying that Derek and myself are top tier men or anything like that. But let's be honest.
Mark has in the chat.
Jesus. Right? No, Derek and myself, women want tall men, we are tall men. We're intelligent men. We are bad looking fellas. Smell good. Shoot, the money ain't on point. But let's say we had the money on point. Let's say we were millionaires. Let's say we were millionaires. Let's say we were literally the two perfect men walking about the place, right? You think most of when women could come and talk to me? I guess this is narcissism talking, but just bear with me. You think that this that we can take up because we're strong and independent? See where this is going. You understand? You because you believe you can pick any man or you can choose any man or any man will like you because you look good. No, because you could pay a bill and smell good and you stalk it straight as an arrow. You feel that we can take you on? You see, there are a lot of men like me and Derek, you know. As a matter of fact, there are better men than me and Derek. There are so many better men than me and Derek. But you know where those men are? Those men are either A, married, or B, not putting up with your bullshit. They ain't got time to come and talk to you like me and Derek can do, because they're off living their life, being happy, whether it's with a woman or not. Because they understand, you see this, I am the prize thing, and this take me as I am, and flaws and all, and I can talk it out my mouth, and I could curse and carry on as I feel like, and snap and clap every 2 seconds. They ain't got no time. Them men ain't got no time for that. I know a couple of really good men. I know a man better than me and Derek. I know them personally, and those men are married, getting their money, living their lives. They have found good women, and those women have found good men. But you, sweetheart, you blaming everybody for your problems. You living in mediocrity. See, you believing that you getting up in the morning and putting on some lipstick, and you looking good with your breasts and your behind, and you got your education, and you could pay a bill in full. You believe that you's the prize, right? And you ain't to submit to no man. No one. You ain't to get with no man and cook or clean for the man. Cook and clean for a man. I went to school at UE, and I got a degree, and I could pay my own bill.
Why would you be doing that?
And as a manager, and I tell people at my job how to move and what to do, and you want me to come home and cook and clean for you? Who's you? And that's fine. You can believe that all you want, you can live that life all you want. I guarantee you, when you get 50, when you get 60, when you get to an age where you literally ain't getting no looks or offers anymore. I understand a young boy looking at you this 9X. Look at the quality of man. When you start getting looks, when you start getting attention, look and see where it's coming from. Man like me and Derek hollering at you. And if man like me and Derek hollering at you, be sticking around and hollering for extended period of time if you realize that you got that sort of funny behavior. See, men don't even want to hit and quit you. Men don't even want lash and dash. You understand? And boy, when I say hit, I mean have sex. Before y'all click me and say that I both here looking to abuse and stuff. No. I am saying, for all of your successes, women, we men don't care about your degrees. We don't care about your job. We don't care about the paper you make. Not if we're looking to make you our wives. I mean, it helps that you're well read and you're well spoken and that you got $2 to rub together, meaning that you are indeed independent. We don't have to put money in your pocket.
But is that really true, Neil? Because when, generally speaking, don't bring their money to the relationship.
No, they don't. No, they don't. But you see, again, I'm talking to a subset of women that got a little sense in the head. You see, I'm not talking to the average woman out there that believes that my money is mine, but our money is mine. See,
but you say that all the time.
I understand, but you see, unlike you, Derek, I talking to the women that I believe got a glimmer of hope in them still, you know. They got something that done. They got something that done. We know them.
Done. D-U-N-S.
Done and dusted. D-U-N-S. D-U-N-S. Done and dusted, right? But then, yeah, Brett, talk to them 23 watching and 11 likes. Die mathematics. Right? Now, if you believe that a man is not the prize and that you are indeed the prize, write down on a piece of paper what you bring to a relationship. You cannot use your degrees because let's face it, in 2021, 2022, people learn it. Don't bring in how much money you make. People making money. Don't bring how good you look and how good your sex is. That's hard to find. Yeah. What do you bring as a woman? As a nurturing spirit, what do you bring? And I know some women can come and say, oh, but you know, I need a right man to unlock that femininity. I guard my femininity because I don't know or trust men and men have hurt me and this and that. Then by the same token, a man should guard and hide himself and who he is as a man and his provision and his emotionally defending your nurturing spirit and everything like that. Because he's been hurt too. You see, everybody get hurt already, right? Shoot, I met a woman 23 years old about 2 weeks ago. She got stories to tell me. She hurt, right? So let us see. I see Perletta. Thank you for joining us, Perletta. We are both the praise. And that's why I ain't getting in the back and forth. But it's why I am not. You see, I believe if I got to try to show you that I'm a praise, I don't really believe that is that much of a praise, you know. I ain't got that much confidence in me being a praise. If I got to come and I am the praise. I look at what I do. I'm 6'5". I well read. I read educated. I could do certain things. I'm in the arts and da. If I gotta come and tell you that all the time, I beat you over the head with it. I convincing you or I convincing myself.
No.
So in the end, right? Men that you want, ladies, are not intimidated by you. We are not. We are not afraid of you. We simply don't have the emotional energy to deal with you because you are more headache than you are worth. You can nag and you can tell us and you can question and you can challenge every step of the way how we should be a man. And you believe that you should be handled. You believe that you're a fire that needs to be tamed. You believe that you're a wild spirit that needs the right man to come with the right conditions to tame you. Sweetheart, are you an animal? No, you're not an animal. Are you a thing? No, you're not a thing. You're a human being. And if I got to come and handle you, it ain't me that got the problem or the challenge. It is you. because you bring in aberrant behavior and you have normalized that to believe that you are somehow a woman's woman. You are a real woman. You are alpha female, which, sorry to tell you, is not what you think it is. So, we men that are of value, we men that are the ones you are looking for, we ain't dealing with that behavior. We ain't dealing with you got a question what submission is. And every time we bring up submission, you seeing it you face and you trying to equate that a partnership and you trying to rigmarole that into something. We ain't marrying one. As you gotta come with, I talk it out my mouth and I can say what I say and I'm a bad B and I'm an alpha female and I need a real man.
That's fine. That ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem. However, we ain't dealing with y'all. You see, me and Derek talk about y'all because we feel like there's a space where things need to be taught from a man's perspective. But we ain't engaging you in that shit. We ain't got the energy for it.
Straight up.
We ain't got the energy for it. I mean, let me talk to my brothers here for a minute, right? Now, the reason why Derek and I myself could speak with such confidence, right, in ourselves, and believe me, even though we're speaking with confidence, we are not where we want to be as men. We are not where we are in our personal goals and dreams because life is a process. It's a journey. It's a marathon, right? But however, we have come to a stage in life where we realize, you know what, we have a level of confidence in where we are and understanding who we are, that we ain't taking a bad up nor the BS. We ain't shouting and carrying on. We ain't putting up the sign saying that we're the prize. We ain't walking about with chest with a shirt on saying, come at me, I am a high value. No. That is for you to find out. But we are not going back and forth for you in this bullshit. Not on a dating level. Shoot, we would talk the things because, as I like to call it, research. We compiling evidentiary. Yeah, we enjoy good debates, but we ain't trying to get to know you on that level no more. Shoot, there and now we say the green stream. We seeing it in slow motion, right? So we see when a woman look good, and we see you that woman look good, yeah. All this take is one conversation, One conversation. And you know what? Again, I say I wish every man had a podcast because it's the sweetest opening line. I got a podcast and I'm doing some research. Tell me, what do you believe in submission? Oh Lord. I'm telling you. So men, be on your purpose, be on your grind, improve yourself, better yourself, get your money up, get your confidence up. Be a better man. As a good man, there are plenty of role models out there. You can like them, you can follow them on social media. You know what it's like to be a better man. If you want to improve your station in life, you want to have a better opportunity of outcome for you in every spectrum of society, better yourself. Get your education. Read. The internet is a marvelous place. You understand? Watch content. You got the University of YouTube, right? Go on there and learn something. Read something, get well versed on something, even if it is 3 points that you could talk about, make sure you could talk about them. Get your money up, educate yourself, follow your passions, take care of your health, smell good, work out, and better will come.
Pay your bills.
pay your bills. Please pay your bills. Don't let courts coming at you. Don't let courts be calling at you, telling you I got a divan that I got to pay if you owe money for.
Or it's a Care Shepherd calling you.
Care Shepherd bugging you. Yeah. You on one call you got Sandra calling you, another call you got Cheryl calling for you, and really and truly you trying to seek woman. No, better yourself, and better will come. And the thing is, there's a confidence because I understand it. There's a confidence in taking care of yourself and doing the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. That makes you value yourself to say, I am not putting up with it. It's just that women are going on social media and putting out that I am depressed because I take care of myself. Whereas men taking care of themselves and then we walk about some of it.
A lot of times they aren't even doing that. A lot of times they just think they look good, so that's what they come with. Yeah, I look good, so I'm depressed. But they're still relying on somebody else to, handle the bills and that kind of thing. That happens more often than we would like to admit. And it's unfortunate, but that's where it is. Right?
Yeah, man. It's hilarious. Let me while you I think you want to dive in the comments here a bit.
Yeah, I can dive in the comments a little bit.
While you do that, I can get my man Ross here.
Yeah. So folks, we watching the Senate podcast. If you're liking what we're doing, hit the like button. Share the content. We don't mind at all. Engage us. Let's have a little bit of a discussion, right? I see Aston saying nobody should be handling anybody. Let me come right back down to Perletta's comment. Perletta said flashbacks to Taming of the Shrew. Yeah, and nobody wants to be taming anybody. I mean, that is... Let me really think about it, people. Let me really think about it. Do you want to be in a relationship where is this constant contention? You gotta be trying to... You want to take the relationship in one direction.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can get to you, Derek making a point. So we
try to take the relationship in one direction, and the body's like, nah, I want to do this, even though this don't really make sense or whatever. And it's just this constant struggle, this constant back and forth, and then everything argumentative. Nobody try to deal with that. And ladies, this is the thing: if you had a man that was getting you that kind of stress, you won't want it either. But somehow you feel that men should want to deal with these combative women, and that don't make any sense. But let me get Ross in here before we
Ross,
the comment section.
Ross, my brother, how is everything? How is it going? How are you feeling? What's the good word, my brother?
Good night. What's up, fellas? I am tired, had a long day of work, but I am alive and I'm blessed. I had a relaxing weekend. Went to the gym this morning, so you know, I can tell you, Derek, you gotta catch up, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It won't be hanging.
Yeah, man. I bless, man. I bless. So first of all, my condolences to both of you in your respective categories. So, you know, blessings to the family and peace to you guys.
Very much. Thank
you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, that easy, bro. And just good to see you guys. Good to hear you guys. You guys had a good day? Just asking.
I mean, for me, it was good, but you know, bad news after bad news. It feels like I've been getting bad news every day since Sunday. But by and large, you know, what I take comfort in is that the people that would have passed are from the generation above me and even the generation above me. So they lived a life, right? And I am resting on that they died at the end of their life. Well, depending on your school of thought, the end of your life is whenever you fall down. But they lived a full life, and you know,
they had the time.
It was an eventuality more so than a sudden happenstance. So I mean, it's never hard, it's never easy to hear, but it's still making my peace with it as it goes. But as much as we are grieving and we dealing with our own issues, Ross, we still got to talk the things, because tonight's episode, as you can tell, my brother, as you were listening behind the scenes, we are talking about the Man of Steel and how women, strong, independent women, men are intimidated by them. We can't handle them, and most of us, we avoid them because we are man enough. We are real men.
That's beer ass.
I didn't expect you to say anything different, but speak your mind.
I like ass, but that's like shitty ass. Like shitty ass. Like you go work, you take a shit, you wipe most of it, but then there's that last piece you ain't get time, you're walking about at work and it squish and spread all down your ass cheeks. That's sort of shitty ass we talking about here.
What are we talking about? How we get there, Ross? How we get there, Ross? How we get there? I mean, we take the point, but yes, it is. Yes, but before we continue though, and I completely agree. I don't know if I would put it so vividly, but I do agree. There is a point here. There is a point here that Tariq is mentioning, right? Because this is a very important. Shout out to Tariq. Thank you very much. We usually see him on in person for the Senate over the weekend on our live sessions. But Tariq is making a very good point here. He is saying the strong, independent women who campaign for women's empowerment all go home to men. Unfortunately, they miss that part. And that's a fact, yo. Because there are some women out there that are talking the hardest about women are the prize and this and that, next and third and and they get one of the husband fixing their plate.
Like a popular culture. Like a popular culture. Beyonce. All the single ladies.
You ain't horn to penis.
Going on to jail, a billionaire.
A billionaire
With
penis.
Yeah. I might just add a billionaire that horn shit ready. Yeah.
Ugly as ass, but got
Yeah.
a penis. You understand what I'm saying from? That's the main point. That's the main point this here, right? Because listen, I had one of them. I watched my pretty common, strong, independent women, and all the facade. And the crazy part, the reason why I call it real shitty ass is because I don't know if you remember, but I don't know if you saw it, but there was a lady that started the feminist movement for Cosmopolitan, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she came out, you saw it, right?
I think we covered that a time too.
And she came out and said that it was all late.
All the late.
All the late. Editor at the time said, yo,
well, making money.
You got a rate to get these women hyped so we could, blah, 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 blah. When they asked her how long she had been married, she said 42 years happily. And I look at that and I go, you can mind these. Look at, because Meg Thee Stallion, hot girl summer, she go on mine. When
Cardi
B.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Yeah, they did. I go on mine. That horn she too, one lefty.
She got chub feet too. In the marriage.
Yeah, two, not even one. So it's like, when you hear these things, it's like, because, all right, for example, like the girl that I met, she's a strong, independent woman, right? But she's also submissive. And she's submissive because that she understands that that's the way to have a good functioning relationship. I don't have to be overly manly. Me and her can communicate. We can disagree. We can intersect. We can, understand where it came from? Is a breath of fresh air. But when you deal with these women that walk around that, I don't know. And like, my thing is like, the mindset is what's blowing me. Like, is it something that you become and actively do? Or are you so far fetched from reality that you want it to be your reality? Because like, you go and ask this question, it never works. So when something doesn't work, as a human being, you're supposed to be introspective, which again, as you said earlier, Neil, they don't know what to do. And you're supposed to look at it and go, well, why is this happening over and over and over again? It can't, all the other variables are not changing. So
you're the common denominator.
Yeah. So it's like, when am I gonna look at myself and realize this doesn't work? And then the thing is, like, you ever watch The View?
Oh, unfortunately.
My mother's been here watching this shit, right? And Gabrielle Bouveau, whatever is Bouveau, Garcelle Bouveau, whatever the hell she name is, right? This
Bouvet,
whatever, I don't know whatever she name is. The real. Right, the thing is killing me, right?
Real.
It's that I just watched, what the fat one name?
Oh, you can't say that, Ross. You can't call him fat one. Oh, you can't call
the non-skinny one. What the non-skinny one name?
Lonnie Love.
Lonnie Love. All these women, right? They bash men. Lonnie Love is that care of white boy and pay all his bills. Garcelle Bouveau has been single for 30 years or 27 years.
She had a white man and has some children for him, but then he put a horn in she done with that there.
She deserve it. Matter of fact, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, can't say that. Can't say that. Come on now.
What you can say is this, right? Neil said something very, very. We were talking about this evening coming home from work. Neil said something very, very profound where he said, we can look at you. Sometimes we don't even need the conversation. We can look at you and we can just see it. And we just know, no. But I had the age where I could see it from afar. And the reason why you're talking about Garcelle before, the reason why I said that is because she bashed black men going and coming when she married. I know who you're talking about, the white guy that she was with. Yeah. She bashed us going and coming. Black men is
agent or something like that.
Black men is this, black men is that, black men is this, black men is that. These the words such and such, blah blah blah. Went for the guy she got. He did her shit.
Same thing.
You ain't hear she said nothing about them, but black men to this day is still the worst. Right? There's this attack on us, and they're stronger, independent, and that's true. Right, somebody right. That's true. So it's like, I don't know, man. The mindset is blowing my mind, and it seems like more and more is becoming rampant, and
It's interesting though, Ross, that you brought up the rail, because you had the Maori chick, one of them Maori girls was on it as well. She too into the swirling thing. She was married to a white guy. Lonnie Love, as you were saying, she takes care of the guy, James Welsh.
Yeah.
And not real claim to fame or whatever. Adrienne married to Israel Houghton, gospel artist. And then you have Jeannie Mai, who is recently married to
Young Jeezy.
Yeah. Recently married to Young Jeezy. And they did a show. I actually, you kind of bring me into another show, Ross. But all right. I wanted to cover this. They did a show where Jeannie Mai says point blank, yeah, I intend to submit to my man in my marriage. Yeah, ain't a problem with me. And they pushed back. If you saw the pushback she got from Lonnie Love, Garcelle Beauvais, and even Adrienne. I can't remember her last name. The girl from 3L or whatever the name was. If you saw the pushback she got, they could not believe that was something so far. They considered it so far-fetched that she would want to submit to her husband in this day and age. Right? Now, let's not forget, let me add a little bit of context, because I be in these streets, so let's go process this news. Jeannie Mai is 40, right? When she was younger, she was married to a guy called Freddie, and she said she liked her dark meat on the side. It's like, let's not forget that. But as she hit 40, 40 in these spaces is tied as the wall.
Yep.
As she approached the wall, my girlfriend was like, let me get a black man now. Whether she got the black man because she couldn't do no better, that's up for discussion. But my girl is like, I can log in here, I can settle down here, I holding on to this, right? And she cool, enjoying she marriage and stuff like that. To your point, Ross, she realized it was happening, it wasn't working, met the adjustment, do something else. Lonnie Love, not so much. Garcelle Beauvais, not so much. And I keep saying on the show, I tell you, Neil, there are other things. Do we not think that white people don't cheat in relationships?
Wait. I was watching the Abba and Preach today. Shout out Abba and Preach.
Which one?
Where the man was talking about that Hispanic people, Latin American people just cheat like a sport. The man love football and cheating. They must say they got faith in God, but not in the marriage. So it's hard.
But guess what? Then people still together.
Big man, listen to me.
They're still together because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, come on, man. We can't encourage xenophobia. Come on, man. At the end of the day, then people still respect the family unit. Right? Mm-hmm. And they try to keep that together. So a mama go, you do your little dalliance and come back. It can keep a noise, but guess what? It doesn't work. Let's keep the family together. Not we black people. When I step out, we done with that day. Everything back up. You know what I mean? And that's where we are. Unfortunately, that's the case, but I guess we gotta find a way to work past them things, because other people cheat too. It's only black people that's kind of like, say, we can't work it out. And we done.
Is it therapy, man? It's the same thing I said last time about therapy. I think because we were subjected, because if the thing is, you gotta save black people in the Western society, because African society is built a lot different. Although no, it's being heavily influenced by Western society, it's still a lot different. Because like when you look at African countries and stuff, those people be married for a long time, right? They're locked down, they do what they gotta do, they raise kids. The kids obviously gotta be doctors, engineers, blah blah blah, whatever. They're very strict on that, such and such. But finally you come to the Caribbean and Britain and the States and what's not, is a different mindset. And I think it has to do again with what happened to us and what occurred to us. Because then, like, Neil said something just now. I can't remember exactly what it was. I was trying to keep the point in my head, but Like for example, Lonnie Love. Lonnie Love's outward behavior is a reflection of her inward disgust. But I've watched her attack men, not just black men, men vehemently and viscerally on TV. And then I've watched her take a little bit of negative feedback and break down.
Yeah, cry.
I start bawling. I cry.
First thing,
When
cry.
you do this and that. And I'm like,
Because men are supposed to
it's
take it.
real,
We are supposed to be the men of steel.
we're supposed to take it, right? Like I sent a there's this thing, you know, the basketball of Michael Beasley.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
watch
know
the
we're
thing
gonna
on the
just-
pivot,
yeah.
right?
Brother man.
Bro.
He's the last man I thought I would see break. Not saying that,
I'm saying,
you know, him's break, but out of all of the men that would come and break down or whatever, he is the last man I would expect.
He's the last
to
one
come.
you expect.
Yeah, he's a
from.
very tough basketball player. Right? So
But that like the thing is, I didn't have to know his story, like everything specifically. But when he started crying and the things he was saying, like I felt it like to the core. I was like, bro, I know exactly what you're going through. And where he said they only think about you when you dead or you dying or you break down. And the thing is, right? Women, again, is the same. Remember last time we talked where Marie said, women go and talk to their girls when they break down. And I told you I love this space that we have because it's giving us men a chance to talk with each other and get things out and talk about things that we feel and such whatever. I'm like, I'm not a man of steel. Like I've been through some truly rough things in my life. I've had people do egregious things to me. I've had people I love, people as family do things to me and they don't have no plans to apologize, you know. And I've had people do things to me like they expect me to just take it. And one of the things I was lucky to have was friends that would like, yo, come and talk. Even they will show up with a beer and they say, oh, come, like that. Oh, we gotta talk, bro. Whatever you do, we gotta talk. We can't let you walk wrong with this. And I don't know where it came about that we as men supposed to be this diamond. Not even steel though. Like we supposed to be diamond. We supposed to take whatever.
well, I know where it came from. Just you know, you can't be conquering countries and crying publicly. You can't be building a free world, or you can't be building an empire and be seen publicly like dribbling because of women or because of slight in business or anything like that. Like,
but we suffer.
So in my mind, there is there's something to be said about being strong, right? And keeping things. I'm a very discreet person, right? I don't really shoot. It's only here in the last few years that I really open up and talk about certain. I don't really talk about certain things, you know. I don't say certain things, but by the same token, you gotta know who to talk to, people that you can trust, right? I think there's this thing where men have to be supermen and we have to not only handle our shit. Don't come crying to me. I literally have heard women say, don't come crying to me about your problems. Figure it out. I need to bring the check, or you know what I mean? Like figure it out and thing. But so it's like we are supposed to be strong for me, you, the woman down the street, we women, we children, everything like that. We still got to build our empire. We still have to protect and provide, however that look. Because there are things that they don't really talk about, you know. We talked about it in this space where men go off to war. Nobody wants to go to war, let's be honest. There are a very small subsection of people that want to go and fight wars. And that's a very, very small subset of people. Mm-hmm. But in 2022, nobody want to go fight the war. Nobody want to go up on the front line and face the enemy in that sort of old school sort of battle. Nobody wants to do that. So by saying that, we got to go as men, protect and defend the world that we living at home. But then when we come home, we need to really talk about it or share about it or cry about it. Men are not supposed to cry. And for a long time as a man, I watched my father. I've never seen my father cry. I have never seen my father cry, and I heard him cry once. I watched my father bury people. And my father ain't shed a tear once, not in front of me and my brother and his other children. I grew up as a man saying, well, I remember there were times I would be by myself crying and I'd be hitting myself in the head because of like, oh man, you crying about? Yeah, what you crying about? Simply because of what I have seen. Now, this is no knock on my father. This is no knock on men before that have shown us this or have not shown us this. But praying lets out emotion, but it's not a solution. It's not a solution. That is a temporary fix for you to figure out the solution. At the end of the day, my father taught me to be a problem solver, to be a man, to see, all right, there's a problem here. My mother taught me this too. When you see a problem, deal with it. You could cry. You could feel bad about it. This came from my mother. You could take a minute. But when you're done, the problem is still there. You can't cry away the problem. You cannot cry away the problem.
It's a catalyst to get to the problem solving. When
exactly.
You reach that.
But we are taught that we are supposed to handle everything. We are to handle death. We are to handle adversity at work. We are to handle wars. We are to handle strong, independent women.
You see, that strikes a chord. Three things in my life changed how I deal with emotions. When I lost my grandmother, and she was my peace. And when I lost her, and I like subconsciously I was like, shit, I don't have any peace anymore. Emotions took over, and I couldn't handle myself. And I was like, I never had anything like this happen. Like you ever just lose it. I never incurred that. So it was like, even after I had calmed down and stuff, I was kind of like, what just happened? The second thing that happened was I was with a woman who, when she was going through shit, I was there 110%. When I was going through shit, I saw that it was almost like it was a chore. It got to become a chore for her. She was like, well, you just need to get through this. And I was like, okay, no problem. Cool. I paying attention to that. The third thing that happened is that I had something traumatic, like truly traumatic happen to me. You ever hear a man wail? You ever felt a man?
Hearing a man wail is very guttural. It is soul shattering to hear a man wail. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like to hear a man wail. I don't like to hear anybody wail, but men.
Man, I had something happen that pushed me to the point of wailing, and you was right. It's soul shattering. And when I got to that point, I remember I had looked myself in the mirror and I said, "Boy, no matter what, we never ever gonna let ourselves get to that built up pressure point again, because it was at a point where I could afford to crash. But if I had a family, a job, a mortgage, and all these things, and that happened, I would have crumbled, right? Mm-hmm. But what it taught me is all three of those situations taught me that, one, express yourself no matter what. Always express yourself. Mm-hmm. The second thing I learned was find somebody who is willing to understand your emotions, not just have a conversation with you, but empathize with you and do it sincerely. A lot of people don't understand the word sincerity. They just say stuff, but they don't understand how to say something sincerely. Mm-hmm. Right? Sincerity for me is an emotion, and a lot of people don't understand how to cater to that emotion. Mm-hmm. Right? And the last thing I learned, which I use to this day, is like literally when I lost my grandmother, I had gone sick and I couldn't see her for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, she disappeared. She had cancer. So I got sick, had to go into quarantine, and like the day after she went to the hospital, and I never saw her after that. Right? And it taught me at any moment, literally, I mean, everybody say this, but at any moment, you could be gone. Right? She left and she had everything she had to say, she put it out. Right? She ain't hide shit, she let it all out. So I ain't hiding none of my emotions, dog. You understand where I'm coming from? Because as soon as you keep that stuff in, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I just saying, like, as soon as you keep that stuff in, you suffer. Like when I started therapy, and I would tell anybody in the chat, anybody watching, take your ass to therapy. I don't care what the say.
We say all the time, man, woman, dog, beast, anybody on the sound of our voice, go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Take your ass to therapy. Because when they came out of therapy, it was like somebody took my glasses off. It was like, Spider-Man. The first one, he took the glasses off and he had big titties and everything. He was looking nice and he took the glasses off and you see everything. Neil look about like, nigga. Anyway, he took the glasses off?
Yeah.
Right? and he
No, you
see
just say
everything.
some things. You say some things randomly that is be like.
Boy,
Go ahead, do
I
your
keep
thing, do your
holding my
thing.
tongue. I holding my tongue. I got company, right? I got a lady here. You know, she listening,
Oh,
so
don't try to
can't say
impress
anything.
me on her behalf.
I'm saying, do you?
She don't give me a look. Hey yo, when I came out of therapy, I recommend. I told a lot of my friends to go to therapy. I told my sister to go to therapy because I could look at them and they'd be like, "You need to deal with this shit." But you see it for what it is, and that's what I meant about coming back to the fact that us as Black people in the Western society need therapy. Carrying too much shit, bro.
Yeah.
We carry way too much shit, and our idea of strong and independent is more abrasive and chaotic. It's not strong and independent.
Just
It's just drama.
contentious. That's
Yeah,
contentious.
it's just
It's
contentious. Like
contentious.
it's not. It's yeah. Somebody says poisonous. Like I don't know, bro. I like the last podcast I did with y'all. You went on a rant, Neil, and you said something. You was like, and I agree with you. And I told you at the end of all of this, right? If you keep trying something and it's just not working, why not just stop? Why not
Because
just stop?
Ross, it paints them in what they believe is a good light. When you got an audience, you know this, you're a stand-up comic. When you have an audience and people egging you on, you just feel to stop, you just get a rush, you just get a dopamine hit. When you on stage and you killing and people like laughing hilariously and clapping and cheering, and when you get that stand ovation at the end or whatever, you just be like, oh, Blair, I get another half over here. Because it's a dopamine hit. So when you was hold on a minute. When you out here talking about you strong, independent, and nice bad men and this and that, next, 30th, 4th, and you girls egging you on, kiki, ha ha, yeah, I would do that thing too. Sure, if it to me, and you get that adulation. There are some women on social media, and Derek know this too, where some women just keep it real, right? Where it's talk straight out of the mouth, put on gifts and memes and all sorts of things, and be kiki, ha ha, right? And there's be like, my favorite celebrity on Facebook is you, and I am one of your fans. I really like and follow you on social media because I'm a fan of how you put it and how you bring it. Use enough kicks, use enough drama, you spill the tea. They have an audience. And if you give a fool an audience, what is he gonna do?
On the clone shoes and press the horn.
Okay, good. So it's like one the organ great. When the man start to crank that thing, the monkey come up with the monkey and do monkey and dance. But they don't see that. All they're seeing is that they're getting like some followers on social media and retweets and reposts and all sorts of bullshit. But nobody is seeing that what they're saying, as funny as it is, don't make sense. Some people literally have a following for putting memes in comments and not adding anything of value to a conversation. There are proper conversations that are being had on social media, and these people come in and interject their brand of humor by bringing no value to the discussion, and everybody see them as, oh, you funny, you think I like how you think you keep it dread, you keep it real, I could drink a drink with you anytime, this and that, next thing third. But ask if them women with somebody, ask if they're happy in their life. They can lie to me and you and Derek and say, oh, I happy, I good, I don't need a man, I don't need this, da 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 da. But we don't see when they're crying and them pillow at 237. We don't see when them refusing to get the weddings because they just can't deal with the happily ever after other people getting.
You don't see how bitchy this be when they're at work.
Okay, good. So to me, as Derek say, this content, when we talk to women, shoot, even some men that we talk to, we understand this content ain't for everybody. We know that some people are so fixed in their thinking and believe what they're doing and saying is so right, and they can't see anything past their buzzword terminology of misogyny and sexism and feminism and these sort of buzz terms. It is so absolute in their head that what we are saying has no bearing on it. There are some women out there, and even men too, that believe that a man sharing his problems and issues as a man in today's world is invalid because the world is set up for them in this patriarchy. I have seen it with my own two eyes on social media. Because men have built the world and because men benefit under a patriarchy, because men built the world and the system is built for men ain't got no reason to talk. When men could talk is when we could when women stop being domestically abused or domestically RAPE'd, when women are allowed to walk the streets and not be catcalled regardless of what they wear. When a woman could wear lingerie in Bridgetown or a bikini in Bridgetown and don't get harassed for anything and just seen as a normal shopper. That is when that world exists, is when we men could have this space and talk. And that is utter bullshit. Because the same way, because watch, Ross, because watch. I have seen these same people that come with these absolute terms that you can only deal with one thing at a time, which is women and their issues and their problems, right? And they have gone on and talked about things like politics. They've talked about children returning to schools and teachers. They've talked about the wage disparity within the poor people and the middle class. They've talked about every other thing. But you see, it sounds good. It is social capital. It is social currency where you can come and say, oh, being and talk about nothing else until women are in a position of power and women are not abused and are RAPED and not killed and murdered and this and that and the next and third. Because we men live in it sweet on the hog. But it's like, we are three men sitting out here. We got men in the chat. We got men all over the world. I could pull up content till it can't done. That's the thing, you know. There has shown me that content don't stop, you know. Men struggling. Black men are struggling. And when I say struggling, I mean they're struggling in the context of juxtaposing this patriarchy and a system that is supposed to benefit us versus living it and having to deal with the muck and mire of seeing the children in divorce situations, losing their assets in divorce situations, seeing the divorce rates as high as they are, that they're not going to jail for things that they never did. Shoot, having to compete with other men for jobs, and then having to watch and curb themselves as they speak when it comes to women. Do you understand, right? You know, there's an analogy that I always, and you know, fellas, I ranting, I can wrap this up right now. You just 1 minute, it's last one. There's an analogy that I heard before, right? Where there's nothing worse than like, you know, you see lions in zoos and in cages. You're the king of the jungle, but you can't roam the savannah free. You got to tiptoe and prance around people and humans and this and that next because you only know captivity. We got to tiptoe as men. You can't say fat. Just know you call the woman fat, right? And I jokingly said, you call the woman fat, you can't call the woman fat. But we cannot call women fat. But we get called fat though. We get called stupid though. We get our manhood and masculinity questioned every single day. But a woman could do the bare minimum and be a functioning adult, and them is the prize. Anyhow, before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say I put a link in the chat for us to. I have the facility to add one more person if we want to get into a discussion or a debate. I mean, we never know who's watching or who wants to contribute. But we have the link there if you want to call in, you want to lend your voice. I only have the facility to have 4 people at a time. It's me, myself, Derek. Well, no, me, Derek, and Ross. That's 3 people and 1 more if need be. You are watching the Senate podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Anyhow, Derek.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we can get text receipts here no.
Jesus
right?
Christ. I got you queue already.
So hit me on screen there, so right? Hit me on screen.
You're on screen.
Right. So it goes, babe, what's going on? Screenshot, well, a picture of a key. This is from Celebrity, guys, by the way. You will see it there.
Celebrity. Mm-hmm.
Big up Celebrity. Babe, pick up, please. What is going on? The lady, she responds and she says, I moved in with my sister. You need to get help for your depression, babe. It's bringing me down. I can't do this.
Oh, Russell.
Yeah, you with me?
He says, I know this guy.
He says, what? My dad passed. I'm effing grieving. Are you kidding me? Really? She says, he passed 2 months ago. You're always walk in around depressed, and you never want to go out. I'm giving you space. Please get some therapy and work on your health. Until then, I will stay with my sister. I've been there, but I'm tired.
Yes, yeah.
My guy says, tired? I need you. There's no time frame for grieving. I can't believe you're doing this. I will get help. Please come back, babe. Let's talk in person, please. She says, I'm not coming back right now. Get therapy first, and we will reevaluate.
Reevaluate. Right
I'm
here.
safer here. I need peace. Babe, we've been together over a year. I need you. Don't do this. What? I need you. Don't do. Okay, do this to us. That's what that's supposed
I don't need you to do this to us, I guess.
I need you. Full stop. Don't do this to us.
Right.
I'll get the help. I promise. But because my mind clearly frazzled, so your punctuation going through your edits, right? I'll get the help. I promise. But I need you here with me for support, please, babe. She says, stop begging, please. Get help and we will see how it goes. I love you and I'll see you soon. The guy says, that's it. As soon as it gets hard, you're going to give up on me. She says, I didn't give up, but I will if your mental health doesn't change soon. I put up with it for 2 months. I'm tired. Get help and we will see. Bye. Bye? What is that supposed to mean? Bye? I need space. Please leave me alone. I don't want to block you, but you're off the tracks at this point. Okay, I will stop. Sorry. This is the kind of thing we talk about, right?
Trigger warning.
This is the kind of thing that we're talking about, we reference just now in this space, right? And when we talk about being careful how you share and where you share, getting your therapy and stuff like that. My guy, he doesn't realize that he has dodged a bullet, like Neo, right? In the Matrix. He doesn't realize that he has dodged a bullet. Let that girl go. Let that girl go. Because he clicked over. He clicked over and he said, as soon as it got hard, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna push. Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. So let she push. Let she do she thing. Nothing wrong with that. Let she do she thing. But this is why, right? This is why, ladies and gents. Well, ladies, this is why you will find that men do not share certain things with you. Why men say, you know what, let me deal with it. Because you try to, when it's time for you to be there, when it's time to get down and dirty. Yeah, when Ross mentioned that situation he had, I remember this story, so he said, let me pull it out and trigger some men here. So one time live on the stream, right?
Wicked is.
Yeah. I think I got Keisha about here, so Keisha can tell me we're going all day. Yeah.
Wickedest.
Yeah, cost me stream, you know what I mean? But yeah. They say let me trigger the man one time. But this is it. This happens in real time right here in Barbados. So that's celebrity. That's overseas in the US. But Ross had the same situation.
But listen, I didn't want to say, but I've had that conversation before when I was in my early 20s, where a woman, I am pointing over a woman, and the woman asked me how we doing. I said, child, right now I ain't doing so well, you know. And the woman said, well, you need to suck it up. You need to get over it.
Listen, the hypocrisy is boiling my blood, right? Because if you tell them that, oh, you insensitive prick. All right, cool. If you tell them you're gonna lose some weight, oh, you did it, well, all these different things, right? So can I ask, you're older than me, can I ask a question?
Of course.
That text, because I've seen that text before. What becomes of a woman that, because if she's a woman in her 28, 29, she's stuck in her ways. So anytime a man gets emotional, she ain't dealing with it.
Done with that.
Yeah.
What happens to that kind of woman in her 50s? Because she won't be able to keep a proper relationship. Any man that she goes with that doesn't express himself emotionally, get horny, or it's just not going to be a real relationship, right?
Well, she will end up.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, the woman that had that conversation with me, she got about another 10 years before she got 50. The thing about it is, the sad reality is, I feel she's gonna be married, but I don't know, because here's the thing, right, Ross? This is the thing, right? Let us not talk about if they're gonna be alone or not, because they may very well be married. But the problem is you gotta look at the quality of relationship or marriage that they're gonna have, because at the end of the day, right, what that is showing me, where women just can't, and again, let me say, there's nothing wrong if you need your peace and you need to remove yourself from a situation, while I believe there are better ways that you could have said it and handled it, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because let's be honest, there are certain situations that not everybody built
can
for.
handle.
Right. And at the end of the day, if you going through something and I can't emotionally handle it, and you seem like all of my efforts and energy that I put in, because we don't know the full story there. She may be pouring into this man literally in a funk, and he needs to go to therapy for real, because he's leaning on this woman too much. He is emotionally dependent on this woman to get him through. But he don't need a woman. He need a therapist. He needs to get her. He needs to grieve. He needs to get through the process. So I think she is doing him a favor, but there's nothing wrong with her removing herself. Let's be clear.
But if you say A, say B, if it was the other way around, she can lean as much as she want, can't she?
No. But hold on a minute. This is where I disagree. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling anybody that is, find it within yourself and your resources to take care of yourself.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I'm saying, but you know, if it was the other way around,
she would believe that he would be a villain. He would
he'd be a villain. He'd be a villain
if he had left.
You know, it's funny because I was watching, I think this was O'Shea, Derek could correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a woman, she was ranting about her husband who was a pastor that went and got a white woman. And the woman had her daughter had passed, 12-year-old daughter had passed a year before. It was pretty funny. This gonna sound morbid and it gonna sound rough, but trust us, it was funny. But a year before, their daughter died.
Right, and my man left.
And the man left. No, that is the synopsis of it, but we don't know where she was, the depression she was going through. We don't know how they handled it as a couple, and we're not here to.
The child was holding the marriage together.
Probably, but I think for me, I think is the case where the child passed and he could not deal with it.
Okay.
And he left, right? What the wife then did was she TikTok, the ex-wife. She went to TikTok. She made a post because my mother, he found some companionship with a nice Caucasian lady.
A woman from the mountains of Caucasus.
The Caucasus Mountains.
Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, my mom folks a companionship there. And the wife wasn't having it. She went and she decided to blast him up on TikTok. What she did say, however, is that the man did not cheat on her. He left the relationship after the passing of the daughter. Now, that brings me to a point that I wanted to make when he was thing, right? A man normally would not do that. Let me study it. How many times a man look at the girl in her relationship, he said, I can't left because can't done with she right after Christmas.
Yeah, boy.
Can't done with she right after New Year's. And after New Year's, Valentine's. Can't done with she on Valentine's. No.
The father born in March.
Listen. Hold on.
But it's damn man.
We can't done with the woman after she period. B. Woman having she period. We can't done with she day.
So you make it sport. I don't start from red lights, big man, and gain it over with business. You make it sport.
What the hell?
What the rascal?
I got you covered. But yeah, so men is always say, it always be considering the feelings and saying, but I can't do it now because. Women on the other hand, like, I gotta protect my peace. I am out of here. Yeah.
They would dump you at your mother's funeral on a Sunday, right after you dog dead. Them don't care.
Shoot, Dr.
This
Dre,
one in here laughing because it's true, big man. She hated she face. She shame.
Dr. Dre's ex-wife served him papers at his grandmother's funeral.
Rough to odd.
Say what?
Rough to odd.
Dr. Dre's ex-wife served him divorce papers at his grandmother's funeral.
Yeah,
serious
no,
to all.
We don't make it. We don't make it things here. It is well. It is.
The mold going down. Big rocks hit the coffin.
I feel I would pick up them flowers and beat the dog shit with she in front of my grandmother, big man. You
We know
give
shit, man. Mama, you think
Yeah.
not the man? You think man decide to lie at this critical stage?
divorce papers at my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah.
Roughness
Divorce
to all.
papers at the funeral.
You never hear the statement of woman scorn.
I'll
Woman
have no
serve
fury,
it.
man.
Hell,
So, and because, again, men, we Superman, we gotta take it. We're supposed to be able to take it.
Swallow down, keep it moving.
Yeah, you just keep it trucking.
I'm swallowing nothing. I'm swallowing nothing. Ain't nothing to be swallowed about here. All the swallowing done. I'm swallowing nothing else. I'm done with the swallowing. Listen, and what's to say, right? But I know what she say, right?
Yeah, you better hold it though.
I know what she say, right? What was this? This right?
Wait, before you continue, Ross, you or you actually.
Anyhow,
What all you things, boss?
cause she here laughing, right? I guess it's here, right? It's here. It's just a side. We was playing the game. This is only side quest. Can I ask a question to y'all? And can I ask a question to everybody in the chat? Specifically the women in the chat, I am asking this question to. Right? Because women just do things like they expect a man is never going to hit them. And my question is, because if you show up my grandmother funeral with the divorce papers, I just want you to know at that point is UFC. Then I want to buy
Let's be clear, Ross. She did not serve the papers. She had them served. Don't get tired.
He holding blows too. Whoever saw the papers, he holding blows too. My thing is this, right? What is it? So like this I'm legitimately curious because even for my age, I do not understand it. What is it that a woman that does not know a man, like she would go and will see a random man, right? She could be drunk. Why would the shortest, smallest woman go to the biggest man and want to start a fight with him?
Ross,
but you said it. The social contract.
No, because the patriarchy.
Contract.
The patriarchy is such.
Patriarchy?
Hold on, Ross. Just hear me out, brother.
Uh-huh.
The patriarchy and social contract dictates that men are not supposed to hit women. Women are the weaker, fairer sex.
Exactly.
You can't put hands on women. Do you know? I watched a video today itself on the same Abba and Preach about a woman. The father of her children cut the boy's hair. And she is saying, why did you cut the boy's hair? Why did you do that? How could you do that? I can call the police for you and this and that next. And the man, they had like little toys or whatever, and they were rubbing it on his car. He was taking the trains from them, and two of them going, she was like, don't take the trains, and two of them getting a little tugging match. And obviously he tugged, and she must have fall back a little bit. Not fall on or nothing. And she like, oh, so you put your hands on me? The mother interjected herself. The mother of the woman interjected herself. And she was like,
I saw that.
Right? So let's be clear, we are always faced with the threat of violence. But we are not expected, men. But no, men and women, but we are not expected to be violent. Let us be very clear. A woman could bring all the BS to you. As soon as you defend yourself, and again, we always say, right, Ross, if you gonna stand in front of the magistrate with your woman, and the woman got on, she's Sunday best, and she glasses, you hear in a ponytail looking like 12, that's your ass, brother. That's the end of you. I don't care if she push your buttons. I don't care if she rip up your clothes. I don't care if she said that you put hands on her, whether it's true or not, you gone,
I can't get jail. They would change my name from Ross to Rose or nobody doing that to me. Can't get jail.
But look at Chris Brown. Right?
Perfect.
An assault, a sexual assault charge levied against him, and if he did not have the receipts, because of his reputation with the whole Rihanna thing, he'd be in Dut's guts. You know what I mean? But he was able to defend himself. On Saturday, right? I went to a gathering. And where men are gathered, these conversations come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a friend of mine share an experience that I could not believe. This man, nothing wrong with this man physically, young man, recently turned 40. And he shared an experience where he lives in an apartment house.
Wait, sorry, Derek, not to cross you, but I was hearing something. I was wondering what it was. We got Brett, man. Brett just joined the conversation. Hold on a minute, man.
Yeah, Brett.
The birthday boy. Let me get him. Go ahead, Derek. While I get Brett into the situation room.
Yeah, so he lives in an apartment with a woman. His name is on the lease. He's paying the rent and everything, right? His name is on the rental agreement. And this is what he said. The woman hold me and burst my ass. This is what he said. So you know it's serious when a man says the woman bursts my ass, right? Because he knows the law. You know he can't really hit Sheena on there like that. And check the licks, went to the police station, latest complaint. They put him to sit on a chair. And while he's sitting on the chair waiting, a lady comes in, clearly disheveled or disheveled. Depending on how you pronounce it. But look, it was disheveled, disheveled. And clearly she had been in an altercation herself, right? And they immediately dealt with her. Some officers come out the back, put she in a van, went to identify whoever it is had done these egregious things to her. Right? After they got back, went to deal with him. He said, "Don't put you bench there waiting all that time." Huh? They take him back to his place. His place. He get beat, right? That's he. Well, what you want here?
What you want? What?
What you want here, right? My man said, "Well, they want you to left my place." Man said, "Well, that ain't gonna happen." So what can go happen is you can go look for some place to hold the night until she finds some place to go.
I've heard that.
Right?
Well, let me get.
This all makes sense. The man said, "Well, yeah, you can't just push you out." He had to give her until the end of the month to find some place. While he then, paying the rent in that place, had to find other lodging. Right?
This one here, no time they go sleeping gallery. She's a madman.
Yeah, that can work me. No, ladies and gentlemen, we have Brett.
It's a contaminated environment.
Nah, boy.
All right, Brett, welcome to the show. First, I can ask you if you got a TV on in the background, we can hear it. Just need you to if you can, because I don't know if your child watching a little baby bum or whatever already. Yeah. So Brett, welcome to the show. How you doing, my brother? Happy birthday again. I hope everything is doing well.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, how is everything, my brother?
Man, everything good. Today was a nice quiet day. My son actually let me rest.
Oh, bless his heart. He's a accommodating boy. But Brett, though, as a married man, as a man that is married, right? You are a man that obviously you take a walk, as Derek would say, much to his chagrin, I bet.
Man, Dion's a good girl.
Yeah, she is a good girl. We all went to school together. She's a good girl. But Brett, we are obviously here talking about these things. You obviously have not been on the dating market for quite some time. Talk a bit about what we are talking about, men of steel and these contentious women. Obviously, you probably know through your work or if Dion has friends or whatever. Some of these women that are strong and independent, are we intimidated by them as men?
Well, I don't know. In my terms, for me, nah. But I know there are a lot of guys that might think that strong independent women or how they classify themselves as strong independent women might be intimidated. But I wonder too if it is that they're intimidated or just like how we've always said, if that they're just sure that they don't want to deal with that sense of not having peace,
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, you in a situation, you dealing, you've been on the dating market for a while, and you're going through all dating all these different women, are all coming up with the same idea, which is basically we supposed to be strong, and we can't handle a woman that has her own opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I think that we can't deal with how is y'all put it again? You really don't want to be submissive.
Even if the opinion is wrong, we can't handle the opinion.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah. And that is complete BS.
Agreed.
let me ask you a question, Brett. And you know, if you don't have to answer it, because this is a public forum and this is obviously your relationship and everything like that. But what we usually do is we ask men that come into this space, particularly married men, about submission and about how that dynamic works in marriage. For example, do you, or is in your marriage, are there traditional roles? Are you seen as the leader of your household and she be a submissive person? And if so, how does that look like?
No, well, for our household, it's more so along the lines of a partnership. So it is more like, all right, I take the lead on certain things, she takes the lead on certain things, and it will obviously play to the strengths of whoever's taking the lead. So, like, we got traditional roles in here. Like, I just take out the garbage. She didn't want to take out the garbage. I got to take out the garbage. So, I mean,
they don't even drive. So don't even drive.
She chooses not to. That's a different situation.
Exactly.
She can drive, however, she chooses not to. And when she has to, she will. But if I could drive, I mean, why should she have to? I would prefer her to drive, but you know, if we get in the same place and she don't want to drive, man.
Yeah.
Get there. You understand? But when it comes to traditional roles and that kind of thing, we don't really have that here. Most of the time, it's like I said, it's just be whoever is whoever leans into it is stronger. Like in terms of organization, bills, and all that kind of thing, I defer to her.
And what do you call deferring? What do you call deferring? What's another word for deferring?
It's submission. It's submission. Submission. It's submit. Because when it comes to bills, we got the bills there. She would tell me, okay, well, this bill got paid, that bill got paid, this bill got paid. I can pay this one, you can pay that one, blah, 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 blah. But bills gonna get paid. All the bills gonna get paid. You understand? Everything gonna get covered. So I ain't ashamed to say she's made more money than me. She is the major breadwinner in our family, right? But that doesn't mean
does she make you feel aware for that, or she still treats you equal?
Well, in our younger years, it would have been a different situation. You know what I mean? Hear that situation, right? But no, she doesn't make me feel inferior. She doesn't try to make me feel inferior for anything like that. You know, we try to approach this as, like I said, a partnership. You know, you grow up, you understand your roles, you understand what you have to do. I know we have a young son, as you can hear him crying in the background, that we both have to take care of, and we have to make sure that he is provided for. So we can't be arguing about who making more money than who. That ain't making
ain't got a time for that. Ain't got a time for it.
For that.
Just out of curiosity.
Covered though.
Like, again, like me being a younger man, I want to know like what to look for, how to operate. Did you have to explain to her what peace looks like to you, or did she come kind of understanding what peace meant, or was that a constant battle? Was that a constant struggle? Like,
it will always be a struggle, big man. Trust me. Trying to explain peace to certain women is what can we compare that to? I ain't even
physics.
Quantum physics. Trying to mix oil and water.
There you go. Because
Chinese mass.
We Chinese mass. We understand for the most part. Obviously, what we want in terms of peace, and it ain't difficult. It ain't rocket science, right? But for some reason, women don't seem to want to get that. But it's shit. My wife and I have been together for a very, 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 very long time. Derek can tell you.
Oh, yes.
We've been through ups, downs, lefts, rights, ins, outs, and around the world, right? And there are times where she still don't understand. I just want a little peace. Certain times, you know. But with every relationship, it is different. But as for trying to explain it, you can try. I would give it gung ho. Go right ahead. Go try for it. But at the end of the day, you gotta know what you want. You gotta know how it is. You can make the peace happen in your home.
But let me ask you this, Brett. So what I'm hearing from you is, because this is something that people seem to forget when it comes to committed long-lasting relationships, is that it is not a one-and-done thing. Like when they just had a marriage, had a one-off conversation and didn't do any sort of, because it's got the theory and the practice, the practical.
Correct. Correct.
You gotta do it in practice, right? So even though y'all may have had that conversation, as Ross is asking, y'all may have had the conversation to say, look, this is my piece, this is how I want things going, this is how I feel, I want my mental space done. But there's still the road to walk together, and there's still the road of understanding that, you know, there are times where she understands full well when you want peace, but what she believes is more important, or what she believes is going on right now, takes precedent over what you want.
Correct.
So I was answering a important text. I want to ask you two questions, because I gotta leave just now. But I want to ask you, I love to gain the mind of people who have long relationships who actually, you know, walk that path together, because like y'all like war buddies, y'all like war veterans, right? Y'all seen shit, right?
Seen some shit.
So let me call it three questions. The first question would be, what are your three most important things to relationship? And I know she's there, and I know you know her well. What would you think she would say? She not cool. All right, cool. What would you think she would say are the three most important things to a relationship? Are they going to be the same, or are they going to be different?
Probably slightly different. Or maybe, I don't even know. Maybe even very, very different. But I know for me, the communication is one of the most important aspects of a relationship, and it will always be. In any relationship, communication has to be key. And if there's something wrong with me and you come and ask me, will be able to happen, and they tell you we're not right now or nothing, or just let that me I want this thing for myself, then they will come and talk to you, right? Women don't seem to understand that sometimes. However, with women, they just want you to approach them and approach them, and keep asking until you break them down. Then there's argument, then there's far away, then there's one talk. But
this one here, there's no giggle.
But she gonna go that true. Because thank you, Derek. When a woman comes and asks you what's wrong, and you tell them nothing, they're gonna keep poking at you. But just give me a little space to organize my thoughts, and then they're gonna come, we gonna talk. With a woman, you tell her, well, here we're going on. Hey, listen, I'm here all for you. What happened? Talk to me. Nothing. Very well. And she can get vexed.
Yep.
She's going to get upset because she wants you to continue to ask her until she quarrel with you and then talk.
Yeah, because if you say very well, you're done with that, it means you don't care.
There you go.
Okay, nothing.
I don't care. You just tell me nothing is wrong. If nothing is wrong, that's the end of that. Great. That's the end of that. Thank you very much. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's not this to make another one. But that's one for me. That's communication, definitely one of the important aspects of it. What you're trying to. You see, she's sleeping, right?
He's checking.
Put out it all, man.
Let me check funny quick here.
We just always say we are not responsible
for the
any.
demise.
Don't hold us liable. You understand? We just is too. It's just too many talking thing.
It'll probably good for another 5-10 minutes or not. Sorry. What else in a relationship I would think? I always think and it goes hand in hand with the communication, but love is definitely something that has to be there, and the kind of compatibility that you should have with one another. And if you're incompatible, don't that means it can be too much work. A relationship is work, and it will always be work, right? Because you can a relationship and just go along easy, smooth like a river. And you can have turbulence in the river. You can have the rapids and all that kind of thing. So it is always a work. So, but love should not be a job. So a relationship should not be a job, right? It should not feel like a job. It shouldn't feel like
Punching at 9.
Punching at 9.
Punching at 9.
I went 4:30. Come you done? I went 4:30. Then you done? You know, overtime.
It should not feel like a job. It should not feel like work, right? But when you're working at it, you should be enjoying one another's company. You can have your bad days. You can have your great days, right? But at the end of it all, it should not feel like a job. It should not feel like a job at all. So there needs to be love in your relationship at all times. And what's the third thing here? I don't even know about.
Patience. That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Patience.
another good one there. Patience. Yeah, you need to be patient with one another. You need to be able. You see, in that same situation with the girl that says 2 months and she
done.
how the my father passed away and everybody's grieving process is different. Everybody has a different type of grief. And you because the mom more people the host because his father died, which means clearly him and his father had a very close relationship. And he told him was, like they say, dad was his best friend. And he just lost that best friend. He just lost his father. And 2 months gone, and you're saying, what? Come on. If I lose my father in the body, 2 months, I can't go over that. 2 months. I can't go over that 2 months. You lose anybody close to you, you can't give it that in the 2 months. She's up there. How long ago we lost Celeste? And we still in
2 years. Can't believe
2 years
that,
this month. 2 years this month. You understand? And every happen close to because today is my birthday and it happened very close to my birthday. You understand? So, and this time of year, I always thinking about her. To get you if you check the Instagram and our social media, you will always see pictures and posts about her because she was extremely influential in the short time that we had her on our team. She was very influential and very instrumental to the progress of the group, right? And to us developing, right? She was the big sister. Well, for some of us, the big sister. For some of us, even a mother figure. You understand? So to lose somebody in that kind of situations and you not being able to understand and empathize with your partner, because she's supposed to be his partner. They've been together for over a year. And he loses his father, and 2 months later, you say, well, I gave him my sister because I can't do you more about the house call. We ain't getting up no more. You ain't carrying me out no more. You ain't carrying me to dinner. You ain't carrying me out for drinks. We don't see our friends anymore. Help the man get through it. Help them. Even if you want him to see a therapist, even if you want him to see somebody to help him process the entire situation, because clearly it's too much for you to handle, right? Encourage him to do it, but be there for him. Because if you're not there for him, what's the point?
Can't post up on Gram.
But not only that too, I think the best thing that happened to that man is that she still left because it will force him to be emotionally independent and find the wherewithal to deal with what he got to deal with for himself and not have her a part of it.
Scooby-Doo episode, she put off the mask.
The question in that situation is this though, will he be able to do it? Because we all know as men, we are more, and it's statistically proven, we are more vulnerable and more prone to suicides and that kind of thing. So imagine he's thinking, oh, this is the love of my life. She is
good point.
she's the love of my life. She's the boy I want to spend the rest of my life with. My father has passed. So no, he's already in a depressed state because
2 losses.
Right?
Losses.
She just
yep.
Right. So daddy died, dot the I, she left and cross the T. You understand? So now he's in a situation where he might not even know what to do, and his next go-to might not be therapy.
Yeah.
Just
very true.
That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. I got to leave, but before I go, Brett, I asked Neil and Derek this question. I'm curious because you're married. Where do you see chivalry and the relationship between men and women going over the next 10 years?
Chivalry? I think they got guys out there.
The very master that just know chivalry.
You might say like it's a fairy tale.
That's French. Right? That's Francais. What's that?
It's like Dutch something. It's like, I don't know. But when it comes to chivalry, I don't think chivalry is dead. But for today's woman, I ain't so sure. Like for me, I can open the door for my wife all the time. I can tell you that. I know. I would definitely do that. Open the door for my wife. I can cook for she and all that kind of thing. Right? But I don't know if a lot of you women nowadays and how to treat fellas and how does bad talk the men on social media and all that kind of thing, they deserve it. Just saying.
That comes right back around to this discussion tonight about the strong, independent women and them believing that a man must handle them and deal with them. So, yeah, I want to thank guys. We're really pushing the time. I know Ross has to go. I know Brett.
Yeah.
He has his infantile responsibilities.
Sí, señor.
Yeah. So,
Brett,
guys,
we could get you back in on Thursday probably.
That easy.
You ain't got no blanks. You went straight to you just bang. You went straight to work. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, shoot at the club. And then miss nothing. Anyhow, guys. So guys, thank you very much for joining. Derek and I can close out the show. Ross, obviously, anytime you're welcome on the show. Brett, you same thing. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. And we will talk to you guys a bit later. Derek, will we close out the show, my brother?
Stay safe. Have a great night. You know, as always said, stay blessed. You understand?
Likes. Hit your like button.
Yeah.
It's true. Hit your like button.
Later,
all right, guys. Be safe. Later.
Folks, if you watch the Senate podcast on YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We had a great night. It's been an interesting discussion. Yeah. Brett, we're gonna get you back in here probably on Thursday. We can continue because we got a video to watch. So we got some. I know you would shake your head at that.
This is torture.
But we got some things to definitely review. So we look at that stuff, right? We generally trying to give men the microphone because, you know, for the past 30 years, we haven't had the microphone. We only taken the microphone here recently and try to get our side of the narrative out there. And then by doing that, we hope that we are able to bring the two sides a little closer to a more Christian understanding. So yeah, guys, you like the content, share the content. That's a critical. We didn't get to dive into the chat tonight, but you know, we appreciate all your comments in the chat as always. We really do. I see Tamara Ali in the house.
A good one.
It'd be great to have you on the show. Yeah. Tamara, it'd be great.
Tamara is a woman I have known for 37 years. Tamara, I've known.
Damn, it's a long time.
She's a very good woman. Very good woman.
You see Lee saying that her partner is a top tier gentleman. We agree with that.
Oh no, he's another man
too. On the show too.
Trust me, her man is another man that I know for 37 years. We all went primary school together, so yeah.
Yeah. So Lee, tomorrow reach out. And we can see want if women. We can get y'all on the show. We want to hear the female side, and to get a little, not only to hear the side, but to have a little bit of a discourse and back and forth, so we can, you know, really have these conversations and you know, get a little closer to understanding each other, right? Because after all, you can ignore reality or you won't, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Then we don't make it the rules, we just make sure you know what they are. Be the best version of you for you, because see you all again very, 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 very soon. We got a short coming for you tomorrow, so look out for that. We got some blazing content coming. So let's look out for it. Yes, like, share, comment, subscribe, share that as always. Yeah, be safe out there, guys, because remember, it's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that. You see y'all guys later.